Give me a heart to trust. I can't think of anyone more suitable to inspire our trust in God than the psalmist David. He was hunted, haunted, and hounded by his enemies, even though God had promised him a future of leadership. He was the anointed king-elect, but Saul was still on the throne. David inspires us because we read of his trust in God during those years of relentless adversity. In Psalm 4, verse 3, he said, "Know that the Lord has set apart the godly man for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him." He was so sure of God that he later added, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me to dwell in safety." Verse 8. When the Philistines seized David in Gath, he said, "When I am afraid, I will put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I have put my trust, I shall not be afraid. What can mere man do to me?" Psalm 56, verses 3 through 4. When he fled from Saul into a cave, David cried out to God, "Be gracious to me, O God, be gracious to me, for my soul takes refuge in you. And in the shadow of your wings I will take refuge until destruction passes by." Psalm 57, verse 1. Many, many years ago, Felix of Nola was escaping his enemies, and he, too, took temporary refuge in a cave. He had scarcely entered the opening of the cave before a spider began to weave its web across the small opening. With remarkable speed, the insect completely sealed off the mouth of the cave with an intricate web, giving the appearance that the cave had not been entered for many weeks. As Felix's pursuers passed by, they saw the web and didn't even bother to look inside. Later, as the godly fugitive stepped out into the sunlight, he uttered these insightful words, "Where God is, a spider's web is a wall. Where he is not, a wall is but a spider's web." Along the path of life, we also find ourselves in cave-like struggles. Sometimes the things we go through are our own fault. We deserve judgment instead of relief. At other times we are caught in a dark place because of what others have done or as a result of circumstances beyond our control. Regardless of the cause of our cave, we can pray with David, "Let me hear your loving kindness in the morning, for I trust in you. Teach me the way in which I should walk, for to you I lift up my soul." Psalm 143, verse 8. David wanted God's will to be accomplished in his life. He trusted God to show him the way through the difficulties, up and over the rugged rocks to a smooth highway. Strength. But what about those times when we trust in God, yet disaster strikes? We are tempted to doubt and question. Why? We ask, "God, if you are my safety, why am I in this situation?" Helen Roseveare was a British medical missionary in the Congo years ago during an uprising. Her faith was strong and her trust was confident. Yet she was raped and assaulted and treated brutally. Commenting later, she said, "I must ask myself a question, as if it came directly from the Lord. Can you thank me for trusting you with this experience, even if I never tell you why?" Worry drains our energy and makes us tired, because prior to the actual battle, we fight the enemy 100 times in our minds. Relax. Untie those knots of anxiety with the settled assurance that the Holy Spirit will be there in your moment of need. What a profound thought. God has trusted each of us with our own set of unfair circumstances and unexplained experiences to deal with. Can we still trust Him even if He never tells us why? The secret to responsible trust is acceptance. Acceptance is taking from God's hand absolutely anything He gives, looking into His face in trust and thanksgiving, knowing that the confinement of the hedge we're in is good and for His glory. Even though what we're enduring may be painful, it's good simply because God Himself has allowed it. Acceptance is resting in God's goodness, believing that He has all things under His control, even people who are doing what is wrong. Yes, even wrongdoers. Christianity is trusting Christ, not self. Most people are trying to reach God, find God, and please God through their own efforts. But perfect trust is resting all of one's weight on something else, not on self. It's like resting on crutches to hold you up when you twist an ankle. You lean on them as your strength. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 through 6.